lovely. You promise me not to show any of this. Okay, ready? Ready?
Cheers.
1, 2, 3. Cheers, David.
Cheers.
Thank you so much for our first day of our travels. And so, although I don't have the list here, we went through a lot of fabulous stuff. It was wonderful. And so, what we wanted to do every single day as part of our 7-day trip is I wanted to be a little bit like Coach's Corner. So, this is the after ride corner. And here's the highlights of the day.
Couldn't be Dave's Corner.
No,
Dave's Corner would sound good. I think
No.
Dave's Corner.
No.
Dave's Corner.
No. It's after the ride corner. And we're going to talk about highlights and lowlights.
Yes, because
okay,
you
cheers
did.
Cheers again. And then take a drink so that you stop talking. Okay. Sorry. So highlights of the day. Well, first on the road at 10 o'clock, we did not wake up till 8:45, which is so unlike us. And so one of the very kind of cute highlights of the day is, Dave got a really nice hot shower, getting ready for the ride, and I thought he needed to be really alert to watch the GPS on our ride today. So as he got out of the shower, he threw a big glass of cold water on him. So he was alert, just saying. So that was one of my little highlights because it was kind of funny. It was kind of funny. Okay, Dave's not smiling. But the other
The
highlight...
vacation is not over.
Oh.
No retaliation.
No.
No. Retaliation would be me throwing cold water on her. Creativeness is me doing something else, which...
Okay, this is not
possibly
the intent of Coach's Corner.
Okay. Dave's Corner would have that in.
So the highlight of the day was our nice start, and we had a great hug from our 2 grandchildren this morning as we took off. So that was really lovely. But no, it was all back roads. So it was quiet, no traffic, beautiful back roads, seeing a bunch of towns that we haven't seen before. Beautiful lakeside, I guess.
Followed the coast.
We followed the coastline, and there were some beautiful houses, and there were some beautiful gardens, and it was nice just to enjoy that. So those were the highlights. So let's talk about lowlights. And
So you didn't know where we were going?
I didn't.
No. So how did it turn out?
It was awesome. I
Great.
loved every second of it.
Great. So there was no lowlights.
There were lowlights.
No. Okay.
No, there was a couple of lowlights.
Dave's Corner doesn't have lowlights.
So there's lowlights. There's always lowlights with you, right? Dave is the king of lowlights. So now they're not horrible lowlights, but there's some lowlights. Lowlight number 1. Well,
Orange juice.
No. Oh, that was yours.
Orange juice is a lowlight.
No.
Especially when your partner doesn't click the lid totally closed and ask for a glass of orange juice. I get it, shake it like you're supposed to. So the pulp, and it goes all over me. Why? Because the lid wasn't clicked down. FYI.
Because he didn't check it. But Dave, stop telling people about your problems. So it's your problem. So here's the other thing. The lowlights, though, not many, but a little tiny bit. We also went through Meaford, and we went through Woodford, and we caught a little bit of rain in Woodford, but it was okay. It wasn't horrible. And then we hit a little detour, and we had a little bit of a gravel road. Dave is well known for his gravel roads.
Dave's trips always have a gravel road.
A little bit of gravel road.
This was just a little bit, just construction. I didn't know.
Yeah, it's just little lowlights.
Yeah.
Nothing too major.
That's not lowlight.
Too major.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, it's a wonderful first day, and I look forward to tomorrow.
Where are we going tomorrow?
I don't know. I know, it's awesome. Okay, now I have another.
So do you want me in this next part, or just you?
No, you can be here.
Is this Dave's Corner now?
No.
Dave's Corner.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
So the other thing I thought would be a lot of fun is to debate or to question or to inquire into certain things around motorcycle. Now, I'm not an expert. By any stretch of the means am I an expert. But I do think about some of these key things. So my question of the day is, why do people wave on the motorcycle? Why do some people nod? Or why do some people not do that at all? Why do sometimes you nod and they don't nod? Why do sometimes you wave and they don't wave? Very interesting. So I did some research on it. It's really interesting. The nod, they think, started before World War II, in European countries or in countries where you drive on the opposite side of the road. And so when motorcyclists would pass each other, they would nod. And it was a sense of community, right? And it was like sort of a message to each other that, be safe, and it's that sense of community, one rider to another, right? So again, we're social beings, and then very interestingly, I also did some research on the wave. Now, some people wave way up here, and some people, when we're on the right side of the road in countries like Canada is, they drop their hand on the left-hand side under, and they do the peace sign, right? So interestingly, I did some research on that as well. And some say, it's not for sure, but some say it started with Harley and Davidson in 1903. As they passed each other, they gave each other the wave on the left-hand side under the handlebar. And again, that was out of their respect for each other and their sense of community. And then others say about that time it was after World War II, because a lot of veterans came back with motorcycles from World War II. And then as a veteran to veteran, in a sense of community, they would do the two-finger underneath on the left-hand side.
Two-finger wave.
The two-finger wave. Very important to be a two-finger wave. And that was a sign of peace. And keep your two wheels on the road. That was a silent reach out in the sense of community. So then, interestingly, it's so interesting to me because now sometimes I can't wave. I'm a waver. If I'm very comfortable, I'm in a straightaway, right? But I'm more often a nodder.
She waves at me all the time. Like the hands are just going all over the place, and the face is looking funny at me, and
No, that is so untrue.
Oh, okay.
So untrue. Don't listen to a word he says. But then what's interesting is I'm more of a nodder, right? So because I've got my thought and hand on the throttle, or we're taking a corner, we're taking a curve, I'm usually following David. So, I need to be really aware. And so typically I'm the nodder, right? But then I wondered, why don't certain people do it, right? I mean, sometimes you can go back by a very friendly group and they're like all doing it. And then there's sometimes you go by another group and they're very, I'm not doing that. Like I see you, but I'm not coming back. Well, I did some research on that as well, and actually it turns out...
If I could just say, those people get a special wave from me. They get the one-finger salute wave from me.
No, you should never one-finger salute, because actually in the research that I did...
Oh God, more research.
More research. I'm a data girl.
Okay.
So more research that I did.
Still, they should wave.
The community is if it's a Harley to Harley, then they'll do the wave or the nod. If it's a victory to victory or an Indian to Indian. So sometimes people save their waves and nods for the same vehicle or the same...
I wave at everybody, except for scooters that pass me.
like the Great Gazoo.
The Great Gazoo, yes.
But it was really interesting. I found it super, super interesting. And you shouldn't actually be offended, because that was some of the other research I did, because somebody could be manipulating their helmet, manipulating a curve, manipulating something, and they just can't, right? So don't take it personally.
Those I don't mind. But
Right.
the ones I know that
Right.
don't wave on purpose, not because they're doing anything, they're just being antisocial. And they
don't have
the
a sense.
one-finger wave.
You should never one-finger wave. I totally disagree with him. So my only point being is, and I'm no expert, it was really interesting to do this. I'm a nodder. I don't always wave, but I love the history of this concept. And again, these are the things while you're motorcycling. It makes you wonder, it makes you think, what's the history? Why do people do what they do? So if you see me on the roads, I'll nod to you. David?
I wave. I nod too.
So thank you for joining us in the After the Ride corner.
Better known as Dave's Corner.
It's not Dave's Corner. It's After the Ride corner. A little bit in the hot seat. Thank you for riding with us, and please continue to watch Harley's Diners Rides. Bye. Cheers.
Day 2? Let me tell you where we're going to day 2. Tomorrow. So as I always say, ride safe, be safe, and we'll see you soon. For Harley's Diners Rides, I'm Dave.
And I'm Lorilei.
Take care.